welcome back to the Local Vibe. Valentine's Day will be here before we know it. And if you haven't found that special someone yet, don't you worry. Our next live guest is here to help you find your ideal partner in 2022 if you're looking. She joins us live now, Lori Burzak. You may remember her from the first week of our show. She's the founder of Carolina's Matchmaker and works with singles throughout North and South Carolina. Lori, good morning. Thanks for being here.
Good morning. Hi, how are you?
Hi, fantastic. So let's kick things off now. Tell us some key tips that people may be looking to find in their perfect partner this year. What are you seeing?
Well, first of all, I think we need to define perfect and ideal.
Yes.
And as a professional matchmaker for 16 years now, people are always leading with height and weight and just all the physical attributes of someone. And I know that that's extremely important to be physically attracted to someone. But I think also we need to look at the core value system, integrity. How does somebody conduct themselves in society? Are they kind to people? How do they make you feel emotionally? And so I think it's sometimes good to redirect people in that manner. And they'll have a lot more options out there than like kind of painting themselves into a corner with the ideal height and everything like that.
Right. Oh, that's a good point. And I remember when I first talked with you, we were talking about dating in a pandemic and the difference
Yes.
of, what you've seen in people you work with and how to just kind of date in this society we're in now. What about this year now? We still are in a pandemic. Have you noticed any changes or
Yes.
shifts with, Valentine's Day, I guess, celebrations, we can call it?
Yeah, well, I know. And people are still not meeting people organically. And so online dating has taken a huge upswing since the pandemic started. People are also getting out there, and I encourage people to meet people in different ways, doing outdoor activities still, even at this time. And, you can go to meetup.com, you can get involved with a nonprofit in town, and that's where you'll meet other people that kind of think similarly to you. And then I do have a boot camp coming up for women starting February 22nd, which you can find on my website under events, where I'm like really guiding people into to online date in a totally different way where you can be even more successful. So I think you just need to kind of open up your mind to meeting people. People are still, I've had engagements, I've had marriages, I've had babies born during the pandemic. So there's many, many ways to be meeting people right now, but you need to get creative and you need to open up your mind.
Right, I like that. Now let's talk about red flags because I know that you probably advise people on what to look out for, whether they go on a date, they meet someone on social media or whatnot.
Yeah, exactly. So here's something that's interesting is I don't know if you all have heard about the term love bombing, but oftentimes people will come on very, very strong when you first start dating someone. And you think at first the person that's being love bombed thinks, wow, they're really coming at me with a lot of love, with a lot of intention, a lot of messaging, a lot of contact, a lot of dating. It feels like too much, but it seems like they really like me, so I'll keep going along. You need to listen to your gut. When it's too much too soon, it's no good. So be very careful because that's a very narcissistic behavior. Okay, so that's number one. If you're online dating, you want to make sure that the person has more than one photo. You want to make sure that they don't get defensive or attacking, especially if you don't respond in a timely manner. You just want to make sure that they act normally, as if you were in person, if you're sitting on a park bench or you're sitting at a bar stool and somebody just keeps talking to you. You're not going to keep talking to them back if they're like, hey, how are you? What are you doing today? Like really coming at you. So you just need to think about your interactions with online dating as if you were in like really a normal space rather than, virtually.
Okay. And then how about some green flags, things like in the positive light that people can look
Yeah.
for?
Yeah, absolutely. So in terms of online dating, you want to make sure that you're feeling comfortable, and you should feel a combination of peace and sort of attraction with the person that you're dating. So if there's anything at all that makes you feel uncomfortable, obviously you're going to discard it. But people are hopefully responding in a timely manner. They have good relationships with their families, and you can tell a lot about how somebody responds to messaging with online. Your online dating summaries are aligned. Some people where you can really feel like yourself, and there's no kind of confusion about where you stand. And then things are kind of moving along at a comfortable pace, like not too quickly, not too slowly. It's not like you're pen pals for a month. You're actually getting out there and meeting people in person.
Fantastic tips, Lori. Thank you so much for joining us once again.
You're welcome.
And folks at home, if you missed anything, you can find more information on the services as well as those dating boot camps you heard Lori mention. Just visit carolinasmatchmaker.com.